more agility and more athleticism.
Here we go.
Our centers have to catch up with the speed of the game. And now their skill set, BA, is not on the block back to the basket trying to find opportunities to score. It's playing on the perimeter, not just shooting, but making plays.
Now here's Young. Collins outside. Back to Young. 5 to shoot. The three. Gets the three ball to go.
There is an effortless kind of motion to what Trae Young can do, especially when he's shooting from that deep.
Hawks foul. Cam Reddish. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Hawks. It's a three-point game. Crowder finds Booker. Bridges outside. 4 on the clock. The Suns need to get off a shot. Paul for 3.
Like the defensive effort from Young there. He gave it all and was rewarded with the miss.
A popular phrase in the NBA circles has become rim runner. Basically, centers that live in the paint on both ends of the floor, guys who rack up rebounds and easy buckets. Clint Capella might be the best in the league at rim running.
And Phoenix has possession after the Hawks picking up a basket just moments ago. Ball passes to Ayton. Stolen by Capella. Young with it, and it's Paul picking him up. Outside Young. Pass to Bogdanovich. Takes the three. The shot no good. And Phoenix the other way now. Well, when you look at the numbers of Capella, Grant, you see a guy who knows his role.
I love it. I mean, Clint never attempts threes. He's not looking to stretch the floor. A career 60+% shooter, Clint lives on dunks and putbacks, and he's always among the league leaders in rebounding. He's just a force down low.
Ayton passes to Bridges. Ayton against Capella. Ayton, no good.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Young from long range. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Three-pointer. Atlanta again missing.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Outside Paul. Pass to Ayton. Stolen by Capella. Paul against Young. Going inside. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Young's got 7 points in the game.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
It's Bridges on the wing. The kick out to Paul. To end the run. Shoots over Young. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Well, the sell job on the pump fake from Paul is what set that up. Once the D's up in the air, just go right into him. That's 2 free throws. What an incredible leader Chris Paul is. So much talked about leading up to last year in their appearance in the finals. There's a reason why he's one of the greatest point guards of all time.
Now here's Bogdanovich. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 6 on the shot clock. Young, the pass to Capella. Launches it. Young missing again. And Paul, as you mentioned, the quintessential leader in the NBA, Brent.
Well, you think about selflessness at the point guard position, and Chris Paul has been about that his entire career. And he knows the game inside and out. He's remarkable.
Here's Young, following the score by Phoenix. Paul with a steal. Stolen by Collins. Left side, Bogdanovich. Kicks it out to Collins. Young against Crowder. Lets it fly. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Bridges passes to Ayton. Hits the target from 18 feet.
Hitting that mid-range shot. This is right now probably the extent of Ayton's range.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And a deep three from Young. The long distance three is buried.
3-point field goal.
Young's got 10 points in the game.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Here's Paul. There's the drive. For three. And the three-pointer goes. Paul's got his second basket of the night.
And good tempo on that play as Chris Paul was in place for that jumper.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. The Hawks on top, up 2. And we've got more NBA action on 2K.
Ladies and gentlemen, your son's dancer. All right, look who's coming out of the
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for the Hawks guys, what jumps out to you statistically?
Well, you have to love their activity level at the defensive end, racking up those steals.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Pass to Reddish. To the middle. 5 on the clock. Capella screen on Paul. Young from long range. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Booker, the pass to Paul. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Booker can't get it to go. The Hawks leading. Collins outside. The kick out to Young. Lets it go from deep. And the Hawks with another 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And the call will be against John Collins. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Who poked away. Stolen by Collins. Pass to Young. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Inside, Crowder. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. Crowder's got his first 2 points.
And this kind of distribution is something that Devin Booker is only going to improve upon. The Crowder was in high demand as a free agent in 2020, and a lot of people wanting his toughness on their roster.
Shot clock at 6. Young way outside. No good from outside. The Suns trailing. Left side, Paul. For 3, Bridges. Another 3 for Phoenix. And with Crowder's free agency, teams saw what he brings to the table.
Well, he's a good defender, and he's relentless on that end. And he just brings that kind of toughness that a lot of coaches are relying on, and they know that's important in the postseason.
A dozen consecutive points off of 3s. This defense looks rattled.
Young against Paul. Pass to Crowder. Back to Paul. Outside for Booker. Paul passes to Booker. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Hawks ball.
Atlanta's gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Young, the pass to Bogdanovich.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Back to Young.
minutes.
Fires the 3. Young missing again.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
And Paul gets it to go.
It almost feels automatic at that point. The confidence that Chris Paul inspires in his teammates, it's surprising if they don't make the play.
Collins outside. Back to Young. And there's the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Young's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Down low. Stolen by Capella. And a fast break now for the Hawks. There's Bogdanovich with the three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young.
3-point field goal.
And now a 9-point Atlanta lead. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Atlanta.
They've come out in full attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing it away repeatedly.
They've also racked up a ton of points off of turnovers so far in tonight's game.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Mikal Bridges, I think one of those talents coming out of college. A lot of teams expected him to have a 10 or 12-year career playing a great role as a two-way player in the NBA.
And it's a completely new group for the Hawks. Williams up top. Booker defending. The kick to Hunter from the arc. Pass to Wright. Just 5 to shoot. There's a screen by Jang. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. And it's a completely new group for the Suns.
Substitution for your Suns.
The Suns have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Out left to the wing. Johnson against Gallinari. Up top, Johnson. Ball stolen. Payne against Wright. Pass to Williams. And so that brings the first half to a close. The Hawks on top. Ali, as always, thank you.
24.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On the court for the Hawks. Danilo Gallinari out there with Gorgie Jang. Then it's DeLon Wright. Then it's DeAndre Hunter. And it's Williams in at the 2. Here's McGee. It's deflected. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Atlanta's gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Wright, the pass to Gallinari. Back to Wright. Well, Brett, you could light it up from three-point range. You ever think about how well suited you would be to the modern game?
There are nights, BA. There are long nights where I can't sleep dreaming about playing in some of these systems.
Here's Shamet. Williams defending. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. McGee, a screen on Williams to the paint.
And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers.
Blocking foul called on Cameron Payne. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Outside, Williams. With the drive. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. To the inside. It's stolen by Wright. On the push. Here comes Atlanta. Pass to Williams. Fires from deep. Knocks it down from distance. Williams has got 5 points now in the quarter.
What would this game be like without their easy points off of turnovers?
Payne against Wright. Here's Nader. Will it go? Now here's McGee. Back to Nader. 6 to shoot. Wright against Payne. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Williams from long range. Fires in the triple. Williams has got 8.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And here's Payne. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Over Wright. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul.
It's going to go on DeLon Wright. The first free throw is good. And a new group getting ready for the Suns. DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for McGee. Crowder comes in for Johnson. Bridges, he's checked in for Nader. And it's Booker in for Shaman.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
There's a screen by Jang
2 minutes
to the middle.
remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
The Suns clear it. Ayton's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Crowder outside. It's Booker on the wing.
Blocking foul called on Gorgie Jang. That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
1:43 left in the third. Up top, Ayton. Clock at 6. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul.
And the scoring line would be a lot different if they cut down on the mistakes.
Chris Paul, he's checked in for the Suns. A minute 31 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Young against Paul. Up top, Young. 21 points in the game. Pass to Reddish. Outside Young. 6 on the shot clock. From behind the arc. And Ayton pulls it down. Well, the Suns shooting around 50% of the game so far. Booker with it. Now Bogdanovich defending. Crowder outside. Back to Paul. Fires the 3. Unable to get that one. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Up top, Young. He's guarded by Paul. Paul against Young. Pass to Capella. Crowder grabs the miss. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Paul into the lane. Lays it up and banks it in. Paul's got 10.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Outside Bogdanovich. This one for 3. And no good. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks going into the break up 12. Really.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns dancers.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Atlanta is shooting 52% from the floor so far. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt. Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Here we go, one-on-one. Paul passes to Crowder. Back to Paul. Launches a 3. They get it again. Ayton. Stolen by Collins. They've got numbers. Young against Paul. Now here's Young. Not a lot of room. And the foul on Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
That's his first foul.
That's his first
Since
personal
halftime,
foul.
either they've gotten sloppier or the defense has turned up.
Here's Atlanta now. At one point, they led by 16. Young, the pass to Collins. Here's Young. He's guarded by Paul. And the foul on Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
That's foul number
That's his
2 for
second
him.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Young on the attack. And it's Bogdanovich that time on the assist from Young.
We appreciate Trae Young and that shooting ability, but reminding us once again, he will dish.
Now here's Paul. Crowder outside. Excellent D there from Collins.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And Young draws the double. Collins against Crowder. Outside Young. Back to Collins. The three is up. That one's good. And it's Young with the assist. Young's got 3 assists tonight.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Crowder, a screen on Young. Paul can't get it to go.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Young attacking. Pass to Collins. Back to Young. Just 5 on the clock. He takes it in. And here's Capella. Bogdanovich passes to Capella. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Outside Paul. Up top Booker. Defended by Bogdanovich. Aiden, no good. The Hawks shooting 56% today.
2 minutes
Here's
remaining
Young.
in the game.
Another one falls for Atlanta.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Spins. Paul with it. And Capella picks him up defensively. Bridges outside. Pass to Booker. To end the drought. And the shot goes.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Outside Young. For 3, Collins. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
3-point field goal.
Young's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Hawks.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Trae Young.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Back to Aiden. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his second personal foul.
Assertive
First team
from
foul.
Ayton, wanting to score often and then forcing the D right there at his size to foul him.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
In their position, they really need to cash in on every chance at the line.
Young against Paul.
I have no clue why he pulled up from there. At this point in the game, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, the bloopers, right?
Here's Atlanta now. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth. He drops it from range.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Paul against Young. And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one.
The end of the game.
A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement.
All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
watch, Greg. Two offensive teams going head-to-head.
And the rules today favor offense, and that's why league-wide scoring continues to rise.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley is the point with Mitchell as the 2-guard. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Gobert, 6 to shoot. Conley inside the line. And that one hits back iron.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Crowder, the pass to Paul. Ayton, a screen on Conley. Back to Paul. Sweet move. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Well, you'd think because of his frame, it would be easy to knock Chris Paul off balance, but this guy has concentration and tenacity. Really good job keeping his focus.
Now here is Conley, and taken away by Paul. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Gobert with the block. And the Jazz pushing it up now. There's O'Neal with the 3. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Paul passes to Crowder. At the top of the key, Bridges. And now Utah, fast break. And here they go. Bogdanovich finds Mitchell. Driving to the basket. Out to Conley. Outside Bogdanovich. 4 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Conley's shot is off. And David Aldridge spoke with Quinn Snyder. David?
Thanks, Kevin. I talked to him about his strategy facing this team. He said those guys block a lot of shots and they try to intimidate you. We have to be prepared mentally to stay aggressive even when they send a few back our way. Guys?
Thank you, David. Yeah, they've got the work cut out for them for sure. Putting up points in this defense, Greg will be tough.
I like, though, that they've identified the key issue. They're not shying away from it. They know it's going to be difficult to score.
I think regardless of your initial approach, they know this is a game that's going to be about adjustments. There is a tactical advantage to be gained. You just have to find it.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now, here's Mitchell.
Blocking foul called on Chris Paul. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And Utah has possession. Trailing by 2. Mitchell dishes to Gobert. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3.
And one thing you hear again and again about Mitchell is leadership, especially for a young player, is striking.
Well, coaches and teammates all agree. He's a natural-born leader, comfortable using his voice, but at the same time, it's all about the team with Donovan.
Here's Mitchell following the basket by Chris Paul. Mitchell left side. Conley finds Mitchell. Conley against Booker. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Paul goes in. Gobert with the block.
9'9" standing reach. Rudy Gobert twice on the pipes.
Jazz trail by 4. Right side, Conley. The dish to Gobert. Gobert with a screen for Mitchell. Back to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And this is why guys love playing with Donovan Mitchell. Can he score it? Yes. But he loves to set his teammates up.
Ball looking over the floor. And it's blocked by Conley. And the officials now calling the swing foul. He got a lot of ball on the block, but also got the body. So some free throws coming up right now.
And with Chris Paul, he makes this team work. Gets the most out of his teammates and has done that wherever he's played.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the rejection by Ayton.
Boy, Ayton's reach is absolutely incredible. Great anticipation. That is nice defense.
Booker finds Crowder. Bridges against O'Neal. Bridges passes to Crowder. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Well, deceptive speed to me on that drive. Bogdanovich able to slice through the defense.
Paul against Conley. Crosses over. Phoenix no good that time either. It'll count. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy.
All right, look who's coming out of the court.
And this has been a fairly close game for the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
Up it forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now, here's Bogdanovich. Conley with it, out guarded by Booker. Bridges against O'Neal. Driving inside. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Wow, love the power and the strength of Bogdanovich on that strong finish.
Here is Paul. He's got 9. Bridges outside. Pass to Ayton. The shake. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Utah Jazz. O'Neal got a piece of it.
Such a strong defensive player. Bridges understands I've got size and quickness. The rejection, yes, sir.
Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Conley against Paul. Conley kicks to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
This guy doesn't need to get off his feet that much to get above the rim. Rudy Gobert making his presence felt.
Conley against Paul. Bridges left side. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Paul dishes to Crowder. Over Bogdanovich. Bridges outside. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Good on the triple. Paul's got 12 points in the game.
He has proven that you have got to get out and contest on the three-point shot. Chris Paul is always efficient from 3.
And Mitchell gets it to go. And Greg, you had a lot of success playing in college and the NBA, but what was the most fun you ever had playing with a team?
That's a tough call, Kevin. I mean, winning tends to be the most fun, so I'd have to probably say my UNLV team, but we had some great teams with the Knicks, and don't forget about my Blazers. They were also a really competitive team.
Now, here is O'Neal. After Mikal Bridges missing his last shot.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Ball outside. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Ayton. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, we're talking about a big-time rebounder. DeAndre Ayton's timing excellent.
And the Suns here with a different look. Johnson, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Nader comes in for Mikal Bridges. Landry Shamet's checked in for Devin Booker. And it's Payne in for Chris Paul. Now here's Conley. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to O'Neal. Here's Gobert. And here's Bogdanovich. Over Johnson. Here's Gobert. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Oni passes to Gay. He takes it in. And the rejection by Eaton. Shot's good by Gay. 59 seconds left in the second quarter. Now Payne. Passes it to Shamet. Feeds it to Johnson. And then Johnson with the jam.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Clarkson kicks to Gay from the arc. And the three ball is good. Gay's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Now here's Payne. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Ayton in the corner. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Gay drives in. Some solid defense from Ayton.
Boy, that's the one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And stolen by Gay. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle under. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Utah, Rudy Gay is out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Oni in at the one. And what a great addition to the second unit up in Salt Lake with the Utah Jazz doors. Jordan Clarkson has really fit right in.
Well, he's fit in between the lines, and as importantly, he is so beloved in the locker room. This guy gets along with everybody on the team, and their time bonding in the Orlando bubble, I think, really just allowed him to come out of his shell. Just a genuine guy, and we know chemistry matters.
Shot clock at 6. The pass to Shamet. Shoots over Clarkson, and it's Shamet missing.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Oni, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And it's Ayton missing.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
And the Suns here with a different look. Crowder, he's checked in for Cameron Johnson. Bridges comes in for Nader. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And Paul subbed in for Cameron Payne. Pass to Oni, and taken away by Paul. Crowder, the pass to Ayton. Kicks it out to Paul. There's the three. And it's Gay with the rebound. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. Whiteside with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Whiteside, a screen on Crowder. Out to the wing.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
That's his first personal foul.
Suns trail by 8. Paul with the ball. 12 points for him. Bridges outside. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Lets the three fly. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Bridges. Paul's got 15 points.
Well, pre-shot preparation is there. Chris Paul anticipating his teammates going to deliver it, and then he delivers on the make.
Now here's Gay. 8 points for him. And the layup falls. That's 10 points for Rudy Gay.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Paul kicks to Crowder. On the wing, Booker. Back to Crowder. To the inside. And stolen by Whiteside. In transition, here come the Jazz. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
In the corner, Crowder with it. Back to Ayton. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Whiteside inside. Defended by Paul. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Second personal foul.
It's going to be Whiteside shooting. Chris Paul picks up that one. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throw, good, Whiteside. 1:39 left in the third quarter. Paul outside. Bridges outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first.
Well, what you love about Mikal Bridges is he is going to accept whatever his coaches and team ask of him. This is what's allowed him to be successful.
Both free throws good from Bridges. Jazz leading by 8. Gay outside. Clarkson on the wing. It's not going to go for him. And Phoenix will come the other way. Bridges passes to Paul. Can't hit from in close. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for Utah. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Bridges for 3. Crowder sets a screen for Paul. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Crowder.
Crowder is not afraid to play bully basketball. This is a guy who will battle through contact.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Oni trains the three-pointer. And the Jazz lead by 9.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Shot game clock separated by 5. Here's Paul. And Ayton throws it down.
This is the kind of damage DeAndre Ayton can do if he gets the right positioning. Nicely done.
Here's Oni, defended by Paul. Clarkson on the wing. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Coming onto the floor for the Jazz.
Here's Paul. He gets it up. And he trains the 3. But let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And
the previous play is under.
Officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, and looking at the replay, that he got it off in time. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. It's the Jazz up 4. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Outside Crowder. To the middle. Kicks it out to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Crowder a screen on Mitchell. Paul for 3. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Jazz leading by 4. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Mitchell outside. Dishes to Gobert, and it's good. 2 points. Gobert's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Utah. Phoenix has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Knocked loose, stolen by Mitchell. There's the triple, and again it's the Jazz from deep. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Jazz.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, and something else that served them well are all the turnovers they've caused and the points that have come along with those.
Paul kicks to Bridges. 4 on the clock. The Suns need to get a shot off, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Utah leading by 9. Outside Conley. Kicks it out to Mitchell. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Paul with the 3. It's good from long range. Paul's got 21 in the game.
That's his 5th triple of the night. 2 in the first half, 3 in this one. Huge production.
Conley against Paul, and Chris Paul picks up the foul.
Chris Paul.
That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd personal foul. First team foul.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Bogdanovich passes to Mitchell. Clock at 6.
Yeah, this is the next step for DeAndre Ayton. He's got to work hard on the defensive end to make a difference.
Here's Crowder. He dishes it to Ayton. Inside, stolen by Mitchell. And now Utah, fast break. O'Neal passes to Bogdanovich. Tipped away. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Suns trail by 9. 1:44 left here in the fourth quarter. Paul kicks to Crowder. Crowder the screen. And it's Paul missing. Utah's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Booker against Mitchell. Pass to O'Neal. Fires the 3. Bridges with the board. Phoenix has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. A nice shot by Booker.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Utah Jazz. They've held a 12-point lead early. Kicks to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Well, that's the kind of finish that sends a message to an opponent. Donovan Mitchell with the dunk.
51 seconds left in the fourth. Paul against Conley. Paul outside. The feed now to Ayton. For three, Bridges drains it from beyond the arc.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy's dangerous as a shooter.
And here's Utah. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Mitchell passes to Conley. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Bogdanovich against Crowder. For three, Mitchell. So we see the Jazz get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know,
And a good Thursday. Hey, Dave.
Good evening.
What a resume. A tremendous competitor, David. Thank you. It'll be the Heat off the tip. So here's Miami's starting group. Adebayo is the pivot with Tucker playing the 4. And Robinson on the wing. He's joined by Butler. And it's Lowry in at the point guard position. Now here's Butler. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. They grab their own miss. That shot off the mark. Robinson against Booker. In the corner, it's Bridges. Knocks down the 3-ball. Lots of speed and athleticism on the floor tonight. Brett, what do you think could determine the outcome?
Well, if you're going to play that fast, you're going to have to make decisions that don't catch up with the speed. And that means making the right quick decisions and not rushing things. If these teams get ahead of themselves, the first ones to do that, they might find themselves in a hole.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And maybe that's why he's nicknamed Bam. Taking contact, bam, bam.
Paul against Lowry. Paul left side. On the wing, Booker. Shoots over Tucker. Here's Ayton. Another shot. It's Adebayo with the rebound. It's Miami's ball. And there's the call on DeAndre.
That's his first personal
That
foul.
is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Lowry against Paul. Lowry passes to Butler. Back to Lowry for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Good, smart, patient play by Jimmy Butler. That time you leave someone that wide open, and he's going to find him.
Lowry against Paul. Feeds to Ayton. It's stolen by Adebayo. Down low. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. To the wing on the left. Shot by Paul. Nobody around. Gets a very good look and converts.
Working without the ball, CP3 with zero hesitation, letting that one go.
No secret here, Brent. Devin Booker known for his offense, but his defense has come a long way as well.
Yeah, it's so funny when scorers come into the league and they score, and people are still critical of them. That's what happened to Devin Booker. And then he realized as the games became bigger and more important, how much the defensive end is going to help his team do the things he wants to do. And so he's taken that tune. He's decided to play defense. He's been much better over the course of the last 2 seasons. There's Paul showing his strength there, just pulling his way past defense and that aggressive coverage.
Here's Lowry, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Paul against Lowry. And it's Paul penetrating. Crowder, the pass to Paul. Back to Crowder. The Suns keeping it alive. A new 14.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Adebayo with a screen for Lowry. Lets it go with the 3. That shot, no good. The Suns go the other way with it. Crowder finds Ayton. Miami grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Butler with the ball. Bridges covering. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. 58 seconds left in the first. Butler dishes to Tucker. Shot clock at 5. Going inside.
Not letting the offense get the better of him. Bridges locked in.
just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Lowry against Paul. Booker outside. Kicks it out to Paul. Over Lowry. And Adebayo sends it back.
And Bam aptly describes Adebayo's defensive impact. He packs a punch in there.
17 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Lowry with the ball. Driving in. Passes it to Tucker. Back to Lowry. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far.
Ladies and gentlemen, your son's dancer.
And Kyle Lowry, always one of the league's leaders in charge.
It's a real life momentum.
And for Lowry, all of 6 feet tall, to absorb those collisions, sacrificing his body, it shows what he's all about.
And like he said, whatever it takes to win, that pit bull mentality, and he's got the strength to weather the physicality.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Now here's Paul. And Adebayo sends it back. Now here's Tucker. He's guarded closely. Outside Crowder. Back to Paul. Knocks it loose. Butler with the steal. Fast break. Here we go. Puts it up for Adebayo. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. The kick out to Crowder. Back to Booker. It's up a 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. It's all knotted up.
Defense unable to stop DeAndre Ayton that time, getting inside and using his frame.
Lowry passes to Robinson. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Paul with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Six to shoot. A 3-ball. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And you look at the size of Bam Adebayo. Rare to see someone so big be so fluid with the ball.
And how much GA does that ability unlock what this team can do offensively around Bam? The DHOs or dribbling up from the post to make plays or involving him at the top of the key to find backdoor cutters. That's a lot of extra action for teams not to be able to prepare for because of Bam's skill.
The Heat with the lead. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And the basket by Lowry.
You know, there was a time when three-point shooting was a liability for Lowry. But the guy has put in the time, and now he is a solid option from deep.
Now here's Paul. Off on the layup.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Robinson kicks to Lowry. 1:52 left to play here in the half. Butler dishes to Lowry. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And now an 8-point Heat lead.
And that's back-to-back threes. The knee just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now here's Paul to end the run. Rebound by Kyle Lowry.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Beyond the arc. And Chris Paul hits from deep. Paul's got 7 points.
And on that kind of play, no one can match up with Paul going back the other way. Just too crafty and too skilled. He's going to do damage.
Now here's Lowry. He's got 11. Tucker the pass to Butler. Three-pointer. Jay Crowder pulls it in. Suns trail by 5. Bridges, no one around him. They get it back, and Ayton stays with it.
Sweet timing on that play as Ayton up there and ripping it down.
Lowry against Paul. There's the pass to Butler. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That'll be his second foul of the game.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Now here is Martin. Back to Oladipo. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Morris a screen.
And you can tell Tyler Hero has put some hours in shooting the rock.
Your son. 14.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
20.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
First team.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Heat, we've got Tyler Hero. Markieff Morris is out there with Martin. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Deadman in at the 5. The Heat leading by 4. Here's Hero. Oladipo outside. After a whistle, we often see players demanding their coach challenge the call. Greg, were there plays you wish you could have challenged in your career?
Oh, goodness, absolutely. But the game was just so different back then, and we had other ways of resolving issues and letting the refs know when we maybe didn't appreciate a call.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Heat lead by 4.
Deadman using his length that time on the offensive end.
Now Payne. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Nader. McGee is screen on Martin. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Now Hero, defended by Paul. Morris inside. He's against Crowder. Morris with the bucket.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Paul outside. Ayton. It's good on the putback.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And here is Hero. Morris outside. Oladipo against Booker. Just 5 to shoot. And Oladipo kicks to Martin. No good from outside. And And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Phoenix. Trailing by 4. On the wing, Booker. Crowder, a screen on Oladipo. Booker the pass to Bridges. Tries the spin move to the paint. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, Ayton just swallowing up the defender there and then completes the play.
Second half of play. We're 3 minutes into the third here.
And with Mikal Bridges, he's a player who knows his role and plays his role as well.
I think he's one of those guys who comes from a great system, came into the league with incredible discipline and incredible awareness of where it is he can impact the game. And that's why you see the 3-and-D effect that Mikal Bridges has had on the NBA.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. All up top, out recovering. Ayton kicks to Crowder. Back to Ayton. Over Adebayo. And that one's good, Ayton.
And Jay Crowder moving it to the open man.
Miami's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Tucker. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Back to Tucker. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
And that's just smart basketball. Lowry reading the overcommitment and just whipping the ball to the open man.
Paul passes to Crowder. Paul dishes to Ayton. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Lowry with the ball. 11 points in the game. He kicks it to Tucker. Passes to Adebayo. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Crowder. Suns have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. And stolen by Butler. Crowder with the steal. To the inside. Booker kicks it out to Paul for the lead. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Lowry. Robinson on the wing. Here's the 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. DeAndre Ayton, he has been the guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns dancer.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up a teammate and how about to set up this one.
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. Who's out there for Phoenix. Butler against Paul. Outside for Robinson. Back to Butler. Robinson on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Over Booker. Good D by Booker.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
The shot's good from Paul.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Lowry against Paul. Left side Lowry. Butler in the corner. Paul against Lowry. Lets it go from deep. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 11 rebounds in the game.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
The Suns making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And it's Paul missing.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Butler kicks it to Tucker. To take the lead. It doesn't go for him. Now the Suns take it the other way. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
Phoenix ball.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Now here's Paul. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Miami ball.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Lowry for three. Now here's Butler. The three. And Kyle Lowry with the three. The Heat lead by 1.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Paul. It's hauled in by the Heat. Right side Robinson. Adebayo with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. Robinson for three. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Bridges passes to Boogie. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Ball outside. Inside. Here's Johnson. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points. Here's Booker. Lays it in off the breakaway. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Suns.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Well, looking up and down the stat sheet here, I'm seeing those second chance points jump out at me. They've done a great job on the offensive glass.
Tucker finds Robinson. The Heat need to get a shot off. And they hit it back. Tucker. Heat moving the ball around. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spill, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Morris is checked in for P.J. Tucker.
And for the Heat.
Here's Paul. 1:07 left in the game. And there's the pass to Ayton. Now Bridges, defended by Butler. Bridges passes to Johnson. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Lowry against Paul. Lowry kicks to Morris. Adebayo with a screen for Morris. Robinson on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Back to Morris. Count!
That is world class.
Assisted
I'm
by
seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Johnson with a screen on Lowry. And it's Paul penetrating. Johnson right side. Butler with the steal. And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the
Drops
Heat.
the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And you know, Lowry, the consummate floor general, his leadership on the court and in the locker room really brings this team together and makes them an effective unit.
And the Suns call time here. They're trailing by 3. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
They had only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
Paul fires from way outside. Oh, we had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they cut. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
Thank you.
athleticism on display tonight.
Here we go.
Something you'd know a little bit about.
Well, you know, BA, in my younger days, I might have caught a few guys, but maybe we'll see a few highlights tonight, too.
So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. Bogdanovich on the wing. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
And this is how unselfish Young is. When he sees an open teammate, he gets them the rock.
The drive by Paul. Outside for Booker. Pass to Crowder. Inside. Here's Ayton. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Court vision, intellect, basketball IQ, the masterful distributor that is Chris Paul.
And a deep 3 from Young. And he can't get that one. The Suns go the other way with it.
There is an absolute certainty that when Chris Paul stops playing basketball, he will be in Springfield in the Hall of Fame. Wherever he's been able to play, he has been able to thrive.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Collins outside. Back to Young. Three-pointer. Oh, Paul with the block. Pass to Ayton. To the paint. Puts the move on. And laid in by Paul. And with Paul, after some injuries early, he changed how he went about his offense.
Well, you think about him coming out of college, he was very solid athletically. Still good in that department, obviously. But the vast majority of his success comes from one of the best IQs and knowledge of the game that we've ever seen.
Young misses.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Over to the wing. Over to the left wing. Here's a 3 from Paul. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Outside Young. Capella screen on Paul. Young the pass to Capella. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Collins with a screen on Crowder. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. And that one's good. Paul.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Young finds Bogdanovich. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it. The Suns have gone 5 of 6. They're rolling.
2 minutes.
Paul against Young. Paul passes to Bridges. Tries the spin move. And it's Bridges with the jam.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Stolen by Booker. The Suns have gone 6 of 7 and looking good. Paul against Young. Pass to Ayton. Stolen by Young. 1:16 left to play in the first quarter. Collins passes to Capella. And Young, here we go. Shot to end the cold streak. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
Boy, Ayton's reach is absolutely incredible. Great anticipation. That is nice defense.
Young against Paul. Outside for Booker. Back to Paul. 6 to shoot. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. Paul's got 11.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
There's Young with the 3. Knocks down the long J.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Paul. 11 points in the game. Bridges outside. Off target from the wing.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Young against Booker. Young inside. Stolen by Booker. Outside Paul. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Phoenix.
And your Atlanta Hawks dancers. All right, look who's coming over the court. Come on, get back.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Suns pretty much in control here.
Well, they clearly came into this game focused on sharing the ball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
In the backcourt, Young and Bogdanovich. Collins at the 4 with Capella at center. And it's Reddish in at the 3 spot. So that's the Hawks 5. Now here's Booker. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Capella with a rebound.
Boy, Devin Booker is just such an explosive force on the offensive end. He can take over a game each and every night he steps between the lines. I mean, this guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Young against Paul. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Pass to Bridges. Now Paul, guarded by Young. Shot clock at 5. Wing shot on the way. And that one's good. Paul. Paul's got 13. Boy, when Booker gets locked indoors, he's as deadly as they come in the NBA.
Well, the list of guys who've gone for a 70-point eruption is still very short. 20 points per game for almost the entirety of his career. This guy scores with ease. I don't care what defender you send at him.
Down low. Here's Collins. And it's good. 2 points. Collins has got 8 here in this quarter.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Up top, Paul, guarded by Young. Crowder, the pass to Paul. To the inside. Here's Ayton. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
How about the power from DeAndre Ayton on that finish right through the contact?
Now here's Young. Capella, the pass to Young. Screen by Capella. Let's go with a 3. Young misses.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Up top, Paul. Defended by Bogdanovich.
I see him.
Crowder with a screen. That's tipped. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Young against Crowder. Outside Young. Here's the 3. He got a piece of it.
Well, Crowder known for his defense, and you love to see him get high for these rejections.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, with last season's MVP award going to a center in Nikola Jokic for the first time in over 20 years, how would you evaluate the place of that position in today's NBA games?
Well, BA, you make a great point, because the top 2 candidates for MVP were actually in the center position, Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid. To me, it's about how skilled is that 5 spot. If you have guys who can control the action, who can score inside and out, who are exceptional at making plays as a passer, don't underestimate the 5 position. As long as there's a highly skilled guy at the position, it will always be in vogue.
Outside Paul. Oh, they get a hand on it. Bridges outside. Back to Paul. Capella with a block. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Young. Inside. Outside Bogdanovich. Outside Young. Here's Reddish. Now here's Capella. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Ooh, costly foul there. That'll send him to the line for 3 free throws. Grant, it seems like Collins is one of those guys you can depend on for a 2010 stat line just about every night.
Yeah, he's a double-double machine. He's as consistent as they come offensively, and with his hustle, his rebound numbers are never lagging.
And it's a completely new group for the Suns.
And so far, Collins has been a pleasant surprise. A mobile, quick-thinking big man with enticing potential.
Pass to Shaman. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. They'll pin that one on John Collins.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Collins. And so he hits both.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Hunter on the wing. Driving to the basket. The Suns clear it. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Payne against Wright. Payne with the bucket.
Hey, if you give him room, he's going to score the ball.
The Hawks trailing. And here's Wright. There's a screen by Jang. Wright attacking. Oh, sweet move. And he lays it in. Wright's got his first points in this one.
Well, DeLon Wright taking advantage of that handle and that slithery ability to get through traffic. What a pretty drive.
And so we've reached... As we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Chris Paul having a dominant impact in this game.
Oh, he's been their defensive anchor so far, stifling shots left and right.
If he is in the area, he's going to challenge your shot. He's going to block it, alter it. He's going to have an impact.
And so in the game for Phoenix, Johnson is out there with Abdel Nader. Then there's Campaign. Then there's JaVale McGee. And it's Shamet in at the 2.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Payne. After the Hawks picking up a basket just moments ago. Outside Johnson. Here's Shamet. Williams defending. It's stolen by Wright. In transition. And here's Hunter for 3. Drains the triple. Hunter's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, the threat to score is real when Lou Williams has the ball, but he uses that to set up his passing game.
Payne drives. Counted. And the Suns lead by 3.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now here's Wright. There's a screen by Jang. To the middle. McGee with a steal. In transition. Here come the Suns. There's the foul to try to stop the break. But that'll be a clear path foul. They'll get a free throw and possession here. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. Wright against Paul. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
90 seconds into the second half now. Paul against Wright. Takes a 13-footer.
Well, we all know that DeLon Wright has instincts as a scorer, but remember, this guy takes pride in his defense.
Pass to Hunter. Shot clock at 6. Got a hand on it.
Such a strong defensive player. Bridges understands I've got size and quickness. The rejection, yes, sir.
Atlanta's got 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. And here's Hunter for 3. And Aiden pulls it down. Aiden's got his 6th rebound on the night. Booker, the pass to Bridges. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. The Suns need to get off a shot. Pass to Williams. Jacks up a 3. Atlanta again missing. Phoenix has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. Bridges passes to Aiden. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Outside Hunter. Ayton against Wright. Back to Hunter. Wright outside. Ooh, Ayton with the block. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Young against Paul. Out to Bridges. Now here's Booker. Defense right on him. Driving in. Crowder outside. Stolen by Collins. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's foul number 2 for him.
14 foul. 17 for the Suns.
Young with it. He's got 5. Pass to Collins. Back to Young. There's 57 seconds left in the third. Good. Young's got 7 points in the game.
And although Young is a smaller guard, he doesn't lack confidence, even amongst the trees.
Here's Shamet. Oh, it's stolen. And now the Hawks on the break. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, it's quite remarkable how quickly Trae Young became a force to be reckoned with in the league. And so far, there doesn't seem to be a limit on his potential as a top-tier scorer.
The Suns leading. Now Payne. McGee, a screen on Bogdanovich. Shamet into the lane. Here's Nader. Pass to Payne. 5 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Nader from 15 feet away. Collins with the rebound. It's stolen by Johnson. It's Nader on the wing. Back to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Suns on top. They're up.
All right, look who's coming over the board. Come on, get loud.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Collins at the 4 with Capella at center. In the backcourt, Young and Bogdanovich. And it's Reddish in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Pass to Reddish. Puts up a 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got his 5th assist in this one. Now here's Payne. Now here's Johnson. Back to Payne. It's stolen by Bogdanovich. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Pass to Young. Driving inside. Kicks it out to Collins to tie it up. 5 on the clock. And here's Young. To take the lead. It's tipped. It's Shamet on the wing. Defended by Bogdanovich. Here's Johnson. There's the screen by Johnson. Outside Payne. Pure from three-point range. And the Suns lead by 5. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Suns.
Oh, their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking quite a few as well.
Yeah, and one more stat that jumps out is their steal total. They have wreaked havoc on the defensive end.
McGee against Collins. McGee passes to Johnson. Here's Nader. Back to Johnson. Pass to Nader. Outside Payne. Lets the three fly. Another three for Phoenix.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Young from long range. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Phoenix has gone 6 of 8 from the three-point line in this matchup. It's Shamet on the wing. Guarded by Young. Here's Shamet. Pass to Payne. Over by Bogdanovich. The shot by Payne, no good. The Hawks have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. High post Young. Here's Reddish. The 3. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
And here's Payne. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Back to Shamet. Pass to Nader. Here's Shamet, guarded by Young. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. 1:27 left in the 4th quarter. Here he goes. And a nice finish on the layup. And now just a 3-point Suns lead.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Up top, Paul. Guarded by Young. And there's a 3-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game's too close to be making those kinds of errors.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 since this 4th quarter started. Outside Bogdanovich. There's 45 seconds left in the final quarter. Ball against Young. 6 to shoot. Pass to Collins. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. There's 31 seconds left in the 4th. Ball against Young. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's foul number 2 for him. 24 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. Paul finds Bridges. Back to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Crowder outside. For 3, Bridges. No good.
and looking to even the score with a huge three.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. And this was an...
So the opening lineup for the Suns. The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. Up at forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the center. For the Jazz, Conley is the point with Mitchell as the 2 guard. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the center position. Now here's Paul. Drives to the hoop. Bridges passes to Paul. Ayton kicks to Paul. Clock at 6. Nice move. And Ayton with the layup.
As a distributor, Paul is just a machine. He's constantly creating for his guys.
Conley against Paul. Now, here's Mitchell. He's tightly guarded. It's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Booker. Bridges outside. Into the lane. Here's Ayton. Back to Bridges. Drops in the tray.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
Conley against Paul. Bridges with the steal. And now the Suns, a fast break. Poked away. Stolen by Michael Conley. There's O'Neal with the 3. That one doesn't drop. Now the Suns take it the other way.
And you look at Mike Conley's game, just a steady floor general and deadly accurate as a shooter.
Yeah, Greg, I'm not sure he gets enough credit for how he competes on the defensive side. At 6'1", he's given up size on a nightly basis, but he won't let you pick on him. He gets after you.
And here's Bogdanovich following the 3 from Chris Paul. Bogdanovich passes to Gobert. And they're running. With 3, Booker, another 3 for Phoenix.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Jazz. They trail by 9 points. Conley against Paul. Conley into the lane. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. They need this. No good that time. The Suns go the other way with it. Paul with the ball. Conley picks him up. Paul passes to Booker. The tray. The shot misses.
After 4 straight makes, couldn't quite get that one to go down. Still a terrific start. And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Now here's Paul. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Booker against Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Bogdanovich dishes to Gobert.
I'll tell you what, Ayton is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length to alter shots.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
And Booker kicks to Paul. A rebound by the Jazz.
And you know, he just got a little ahead of himself on that one. How does a great finisher not dunk that ball? I still can't figure that one out.
At the arc, Donovan Mitchell can be devastating. He's a confident shooter who will take any look he gets.
And here's Booker, following the three-pointer by Donovan Mitchell. The drive by Booker. Crowder, the pass to Booker. To the middle. It's stolen by Gobert. In transition, here come the Jazz. And Bogdanovich gets to O'Neal. Dishes to Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.